So hello everyone. This is our lesson 5 of our topic, okay, of our subject, which is the diverse workforce. Okay. So again, in our subject is principles of management. So uh, basically, when we talk about management, it means we are leading people. That's our first lesson, diba? We direct people, we lead people. Now, we need to understand that workforce nowadays are very diverse. Okay? uh, some workforce are actually extreme. So when we say extreme, these are the total opposites of people included in an organization. So for example, we have, let's say, a fresh graduate, 18 years old, and meron namang retirable, which is 59 years old. Okay? Merong babae, girl, merong boys. Okay? And the uh, meron din namang let's say idealistic at meron namang perfectionist. And meron namang, let's say, cultural. So nowadays, we need the management should be very flexible and should deal with all sorts of workforce. Okay? So that's our first topic. So this lesson will discuss about the diversity in the workplace. It also discusses the challenges in managing diversity, the benefits of diversity, and how to manage diversity in the workplace. So when we say diversity, it means yung pagkakaiba-iba, okay? Yung differences within an organization, okay? So, ano ba yung pinagkakaiba-iba ng mga organization, ng mga empleyado within the organization? Okay? So diversity refers to an organization ensuring the talent pool they recruit, retain, and develop is a varied one. This means making efforts so that everything from different races and ethnicities, genders, religions, sexual orientations, and abilities are all well represented within your walls. Okay? Simply, we are now promoting diversity in the workforce because although it may have uh, usual problems like misunderstandings kasi nga iba-iba yung kada tao, but having different types of people in the workforce, in the pool, in the talent pool, will give more advantages to the business. We will discuss that later on. Okay? So this lesson will really focus on how are we going to recruit, retain, and develop a varied workforce, a diverse workforce. So workplace diversity refers to the variety of differences between individuals in an organization. Diversity not only includes how individuals identify themselves, but also how others perceive them. Diversity within a workplace encompasses race, gender, ethnic groups, age, religion, sexual orientation, citizenship status, military service, and mental and physical conditions, as well as other distinct differences between people. Okay? So medyo madugo ang workplace diversity and medyo mahirap siya because we need, or the management needs, to promote everyone, or not literally yung promote na promotion, but basically they need to give each individual a safe and sound working environment, pero magkaiba-iba sila. Parang similarly, parang sa classroom siya, di ba? Sa classroom, may mga estudyante na very competitive. May mga estudyante man nga wala pakialam. May mga estudyante nga let's say may kaya, may mga estudyante man nga medyo hirap sa buhay. May mga estudyante nga dali makatuon sa math pero budlayan siya sa science. May estudyante man nga dali siya makatuon sa science pero budlayan siya sa math. So similarly to that, that is the classroom diversity. Sa workplace diversity, iba-iba naman siya in terms of different categories. So hambal diri, merong race, merong gender, pagkakaiba sa gender, ethnic groups, age, religion, sexual orientation, citizenship status, military service, and mental and physical conditions. So, posible, di ba? Usually, iba ang gusto sa lalaki, iba ang gusto sa babae. So, kung example may party, ang gusto sa lalaki usually inuman, di ba? Ang sa babae naman more of banding-banding, videoke, ligo, let's say. Ang mga common I'm not saying that I'm not stereotyping everyone, but those are the norms when we say it. For example, age naman, iba ang gusto sa 18 years old nga empleyado sa 59 years old nga empleyado. Iban ang gusto sa single nga empleyado sa married nga empleyado. Iban ang priorities nila. Sa religion, of course, di ba? Let's say, ang pinaka-distinct or the most common nga differences is the Roman Catholic and meron namang Muslim. So in a party, expected yan ng Roman Catholic na merong, let's say, lechon. Pero syempre, kung sa mga Muslim, kailangan iba yung table nila na malayo sa lechon. So those are simple things that the management should consider in doing activities or in doing decisions that will affect the employees. Okay? So there are types of diversity in the workplace. Based on the standard diversity definition, the types of diversity in a social context are theoretically infinite. So, ang dami, kasi nga sabi natin, two people can be similar, but they are not totally the same. Maskin kambal, di ba? Maskin ang kambal nga identical twins, magkamuka, pero hindi talaga sila parehas. Similarly, pero hindi. Parang amo sila though for example let's say ano ba duwa ka bangko, di ba, ng plungkuan, parehas ang itsura nila pero iba yapon sila, iba ang iyang let's say iba ang iyang materials. So yung isa, let's say ang kahoy nga gingamit sa isa fine pino, atong isa is medyo hindi. So those are the simple things of differences or diversities na ginamba ko. But basically, in management, we need to deal with diversity in the workplace. So usually, when it comes to workplaces, there are 7 types of diversity we pay attention to. There are actually more classifications, more categories, paano nagkaiba ang iba niya tao. But commonly, we will deal with 7 types. Okay, these are the most common types of diversity in the workplace. Cultural diversity. This type of diversity is related to each person's ethnicity, and it's usually the set of norms we get from the society we were raised in or our family's values. Having different cultures in the workplace is more common in multinational companies. So when we say multinational companies, these are big companies that are operating on a national basis. So ano ba ang cultural diversity? Of course, maskin magkapit-bahay ka mo, pero iban ang pag-raise sa imo sa kapitbahay mo, di ba? May kababata kaya, example, ikaw si A, kababata mo si B. Parehas ka mo edad, parehas ka mo sa lugar nga ginaistaran. Pero iba ang parents ninyo. So iba ang upbringing or paano ka ginpadako as sa pagpadako sa iba niya sa iba niya bata. So may iba niya, let's say, ang bata nga ni siya athletic because focused ang parents niya sa, let's say, ginapahampang siya sa gawas, ginapadala siya sa mga workshops in terms of games and ganon. And meron naman ibang mental siya. Let's say, focus sila intellectual. So, ang family is intellectual. So, focus sila sa pagbasa sa mga libro, pag-game sa mga essay, mayo siya sa school, mayo siya sa mga school works. And ikaw, mayo ka sa mga extracurriculars. So, those are simple things that can different in a person. Okay? So racial diversity. Race has to do with a person's grouping based on physical traits. Despite the dominant scientific view that race is a social construct and not biologically defined. So this is common on a international workplace, di ba? Uh, Filipinos, tapos may mga Americans, Indians. So those are the different perceptions nila. So ang common perception when we say, let's say Chinese, di ba? Pag mukhang Chinese ka, it's either negosyante ka, magaling ka sa math, or kamusta na, di ba? Pag Chinese, negosyante, magaling sa math. Pag Filipino naman, magaling na mga nurses, happy people, di ba yun yung common nga perception ng taga-ibang bansa sa atin. Okay? So those are the racial diversity. Religious diversity, this type of diversity refers to the presence of multiple religions and spiritual beliefs in the workplace. Yun na yung sabi ko kanina, example is yung Katoliko tsaka Muslim. So kung may party, expect ni Katoliko sang lechon baboy. Si Muslim naman, kailangan kung may tiyado kang Muslim, usually halal. Or kung may lechon baboy ka, nakaseparate siya ng table, kaglayo siya sa pagkaon sa mga Muslim. So those are example of religious diversity. Age diversity means working with people of different ages and most importantly, generation. So iba ang millennial sa generation X, di ba? Iba ang batasan daw, ang ba nila? Iba ng batasan sa mga taong na bata 1980s sa mga taong na bata 2000s, 'di ba? Ang bagay nila, 'di ba, ang ano sabong is batang 90s kag ang mga generation C, 'di ba? Ang batang 90s palahampang sa gawas, palalagaw, 'di ba? Amo sina. Ang Generation Z or itong ngayon is more of online games, Mobile Legends, and so on and so forth. Sex, gender, sexual orientation. Okay? When we say sex, it is male, female. Sexual orientation, dito papasok yung ating male, female, and then the LGBTQ. Okay? So, sex gender orientation can be used in the traditional sense of male and female employees. But as gender is increasingly redefined, the term gender diversity may be more appropriate since there are multiple variations in gender and sexual orientation. So ngayon meron na tayong dati male, female. Nadagdagan gay, lesbian. Meron na tayong metrosexual, di ba? May mga common terms ngayon, metrosexual, transgender, queer, ano pa ba? Bisexual, and so on and so forth. So nagadamo na siya. So now, ang hambal diri, in terms of sex diversity, we need to call it now gender diversity. Okay? Pero pag hambalon ganing as sex, it is still male, female. Okay? Biological yan. Kung mag-fill up ka mo sang form, pag ginapangita ka mo sang sex, it's male, female. Hindi nyo, iba yung gender sa sex. Okay? Disability. There are various types of disabilities or chronic conditions included here, ranging from mental to physical. Companies often make reasonable accommodations to help people with disabilities integrate into the workplace, such as installing ramps for wheelchairs or providing mental health support. Some companies also adjust their hiring process to make sure it's inclusive. Kaya meron tayong dapat, di ba sabi is, even disabled people can do things. Not maybe the same with those people that has no disability, pero they can actually perform things also, which is actually, sabi nga nila, ang iba mas better pa sa performance compared sa mga tao nga walang disability. So that is why we need to also consider their abilities amidst their disability. Okay? These forms of diversity are protected by law in many countries. So meron tayong sa Philippines, meron tayong law nga naga-prohibit i-discriminate atong mga persons with disabilities sa hiring process and so on and so forth. So those are just example of ways that a country protects diversity uh, into the society and into the workplace. So additional types of diversity, apart from protected characteristics, there are other important types of diversity too, like socioeconomic background or place diversity, education, life experiences, personality, general worldview or opinion. So basically, additional pa na diversity is yung education talaga. So these are characteristics that are more intangible than protected characteristics, but it's equally useful to take them into account inside the business context. So the challenges of managing workforce diversity. So there are challenges to managing a diverse work population. Managing diversity is more than simply acknowledging differences in people. It involves recognizing the value of differences, combating discrimination, and promoting inclusiveness. Managers may also be challenged with losses in personnel and work productivity due to prejudice and discrimination, and complaints and legal actions against the organization. So managing workforce diversity is one of the major factors or major challenges of managing nowadays. Because siguro there are also some factors like that is why mabilis yung workforce turnover because also of the employees participation. So there are common na ngayon sa schools and sa work yung let's say bullying and so on and so forth. Kaya ang iba nagre-resign kahit na qualified sila sa sa trabaho. So what are the benefits of diversity in the workplace? So kanina gin-mention ta yung challenges or yung difficulty of having diversity in the workplace. Now, we are going to talk about the benefits. Ano naman yung maganda kapag merong diverse workforce? Organizations that commit to recruiting a diverse workforce have a larger pool of applicants to choose from, which can lead to finding more qualified candidates and reducing the time it takes to fill vacant position. So sabi dito, simply saying they are just for larger pool of applicants. Kung choosy ka, di ba, maski sa, let's say, sa relationship, kung single ka pero choosy ka, mabudyahan ka mangita sa partner. Pero if you are open and willing to accept anybody, so mas madali ka makakahanap ng partner kung hindi ka masyadong perfectionist. So similar to organizations that are open for diverse workforce are blessed with so much applicants. Hindi sa mabudyahan pangita sang tao kasi hindi sila choosy. So that's one advantage. Second is having a diverse workforce with multilingual employees and employees from varying ethnic backgrounds can also be helpful for organizations who want to expand or improve operations in international, national, regional, and local markets. So what do we mean by that? Kung ikaw may diverse workforce ka na from, let's say, multilingual, di ba? Philippines is a multilingual country. So may ara ata Bisaya, may ara Cebuano, may Ilonggo, may Tiboli, may Karaya, may Pangasinense, may Tagalog. So for example, kung ikaw mag-expand ang business mo sa area na dominant ang Bisaya, of course, may ano sa empleyado nga ipadala dito. That has an idea kung ano yung culture, ano yung language sa area nga to. So that's additional advantage. Employees from diverse backgrounds imbue organizations with creative new ideas and perspective informed by their cultural experiences. This is one, if not the most important benefit of diverse workforce. Creative new ideas and perspective. Okay? Yung, if you can remember yung example natin kanina with this picture, di ba? May tao dito, may tao dito. Ang tingin ng tao dito, number 6 siya. Ang tingin naman ng tao dito, number 9 siya. So, what I'm saying is, for example, may problema, si person A, maka-suggest siya sa suggestion A. Si person B, maka-suggest siya sa suggestion B. The management can combine their ideas and make their choice with option C. In-combine niya ang idea ni person A kag ang idea ni person B, and they made or they produce their option C, which is more beneficial compared to the two. A diverse workplace will help organizations better understand target demographics and what moves them. So, as what sabi ko kanina, kung may Bisaya kang empleyado, he or she can give an idea kung ano itong mga kinanglan sa mga tao which are Bisaya. Di ba? Kaya iba ang need. For example, in Visayas, masyado silang, let's say, they really are religious people compared to Filipinos in Mindanao. I'm not saying pero in terms of, let's say, fiesta, di ba? Sa Visayas, pag fiesta ginaya. Say ati-atihan gid. Daw party gid. Pag fiesta, arang inang culture bala nga gabalay-balay, may mga handaan sa balay-balay tapos ang bisita ka balay-balay. So in Marbel naman or in Mindanao, in some areas pag fiesta, holiday lang siya, wala lang siya trabaho. Rest day, ganun. A diverse workplace can better align an organization's culture with the demographic makeup of America. So we'll not deal with that more. Increase customer satisfaction by improving how employees interact with a more diverse clientele and public. And now we need to understand how to manage diversity in the workplace. So managing diversity in the workplace presents a set of unique challenges for HR professionals. These challenges can be mitigated if an organization makes a concerted effort to encourage a more heterogeneous environment through promoting a culture of tolerance, open communication, and creating conflict management strategies to address issues that may arise. So for leadership to effectively manage diversity in the workplace, they need to understand their backgrounds and how their behavior and beliefs can affect their decision making within a diverse environment. Okay? So this, yung gin-underline ko, these are the main ways or the effective ways how to manage diversity in the workforce. So prioritize communication, treat each employee as an individual, encourage employees to work in diverse groups, base standards on objectives, criteria, be open-minded. Mahalaga talaga yung be open-minded. And for the hiring process, to build a diverse workforce, it is crucial to recruit and hire talent from a variety of backgrounds. Yun na yung sabi natin kanina. This requires leadership and others who make hiring decisions to overcome bias in interviewing and assessing talent. If organizations can break through bias and hire the most qualified people, those with the right education, credentials, experience, and skill sets, a diverse workplace should be the natural result. So policies and practices, documentation, zero tolerance against bullying or off-color jokes, yun yung mga common ideas, sensitivity training, stay abreast of diversity laws, and so on and so forth. So those are the important factors we need to have when we have a diverse workforce. Thank you, everyone.